Hello everybody, this is going to be episode number 14 of my Return to Asheron's Call, and I think this is going to be a little bit of a special episode. I'm not going to be doing a quest on this particular video, but with this 14th episode, I think it should be special because the year that I'm actually recording these videos is Asheron's Call's 14th year of existence. So it's in its 14th year, my 14th video for YouTube. I think I should go ahead and make it a little bit special by talking about, where I grew up and, where I started in Asheron's Call. Some of the people that I actually swore to in the guild that I was with way back when. So, maybe you're one of those people that I associated with way back when. So I'm going to go ahead and expose all that here on this video and some more about why Asheron's Call was so great back in the day. So I think this will be a fun episode. It looks like it'll be a two-part episode. But one thing I want to go ahead and share is I was uploading some videos last night from the 15th level of the facility hub. And I think I have a really good idea to help you guys find my videos easier so that you can get assistance on maybe any of those quests that you're doing in the facility hub. And here's kind of what my thought process was, and hopefully this will make things easier for you guys to find my videos and find the help you're looking for while you're going through the facility hub. Alright guys, so here we are at the facility hub, and let's say you are looking for help with a particular quest here at the facility hub. And since I plan on actually going and making videos to assist everybody with every quest here at the facility hub, all the way up, through the 45 quests, eventually I plan on putting out hopefully at least one a day, so that those will be available to you guys. But the problem is let's say you're having a problem with the Guardian of the Helm quest, or the Dagger of Tukola quest, or whatever the name of the quest is, and you don't know what the name of the quest is, or you don't know how to spell a piece of the armor. Rather than fumbling around YouTube trying to type in Dagger of Tukola and maybe spelling it wrong and not finding any results, I think I've come up with a good way to help you guys all out. So let's say that you're here and you know that you are looking for help with the level 10 quest here. And let's say this is, you're like, man, I really need some help with this. This is there. All right, let's try that again. So we just got PK'd trying to make this video. So yeah, let's say you're looking for help, with this particular quest right here. So the thing is rather than trying to type in the name of the quest or the piece of armor that you're trying to acquire or whatever and not finding anything, basically my idea is to just simply type in the number, right? Level 10 hub or level 15 hub, followed by what warden you're looking for. So this would be the right as you walk in, this would be the center as you walk in, and this guardian would be the left as you walk in. So if you were to type in just 10R, like my username, Zaxter99, and then a space, and then 10R, that's going to lead you to the videos here for this quest. If you're, on the other hand, looking for help with, this quest here, which I believe is the Guardian of the Helm quest, whatever quest it is, actually I think this one's the Guardian of the Helm, but whatever it is, whatever quest you're stuck on, just go ahead and type in this section, you would type in 15C for this one, 15R for this one, or 15L for this one. And you should actually get my videos. If it's a two-part video that I've actually had to make, then when you type in 15L, for example, you should get both videos. So I think that'll help you guys find my videos and my assistance here, and I think I actually come up with a pretty good idea on that. So hopefully that'll help you guys out, help you guys find my assistance videos. Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully you guys like that idea of mine. And this is Geronimo again. my new character coming back to Asheron's Call since way back when. Excuse me while I go ahead and continue buffing up here. But yeah, I have a lot of good memories of this particular area here. And that was with my first character I ever made. And I'll be sharing that character later on, in this video portion. I don't know what video I'll like expose, what my character's name was, if at all. Maybe somebody out there will be able to guess who I was, based on the information that I give. But, I'm hoping that somebody out there, appreciates the videos that I'm making, appreciates me talking about, the days way back when, when Asheron's Call was so much fun, and when there's so many players running around here. That's when it was really good times, And but this is, the town that I grew up around for so much time. I mean, this is the town that I made my home. Alright guys, this is what I wanted to show you here. Just if any of you, used to play Asheron's Call, maybe some of you are actually watching, that even I used to play with back in the days. That's kind of what this is for, just kind of my history of Asheron's Call. Not that I have a huge history or was a huge piece of the Darktide life back in the day. But this is where I actually started my character way back when. And it's sort of recognizable compared to what it used to look like. When I look over here to the left, I see this statue here, what used to be a building, used to be able to run in this door and run up some stairs. I think it was a spiral staircase, I'm not sure. But you'd come up to the top, and this wasn't burned and blown up here. It was all flat, and you could run up to the top, and you could actually shoot, arrows or shoot magic attacks at other players around this area from up here. And there was this life stone here, and this is actually the north life stone of the town of Alarcos. And I just entered here. I came here by what they have as now the town portal area, the network. They have a network now where you can get to any town, a central hub basically. And it didn't used to be like that back when I first played, and I really started playing back in early 2000, not long after the game launched. And I remember growing up here, and it was so fun because keep in mind that I didn't do a lot of the quests and everything like that that are available now. I didn't really know about them or really get into that. I came from the only other MMO that I really played, and that was Ultima Online. So what would happen back in the day when I used to play? Like I say, I didn't do a lot of the quests or anything like that. I came from a game of Ultima Online where it was more about just exploring the world and run around and, killing monsters and, improving your skills and stuff like that and staying away from danger. So that's kind of the same, mental attitude I had when I came into Asheron's Call, especially since I came into the Darktide server. One reason I actually chose Darktide was because I played Ultima Online against, other players that could kill you at all times. Ultima Online didn't have the trammel facet at that time. It was one server, it was just Felucia. And that was it. I mean, you would go out away from towns and you could be killed at any time by another player and they could completely loot you. So I wanted that same excitement and that same, just the edge of your seat tension that at any moment another player could kill you or maybe you could kill them or, I found that very dramatic. I found it exciting, and that's why I chose the Darktide server when I came to Asheron's Call. And it wasn't like it is today. I mean, at that time Asheron's Call was new and there was tons of players running around everywhere, especially around Holtberg. I mean, Holtberg was always packed. The whole area around this town here was pretty busy too, especially some of the other, the east and the west lifestone, which there was 3 lifestones basically around every town, I believe. And I started over here at the North Lifestone, and I basically made this my home for the first while that I was here. And I would start here, and I would tune myself to this Lifestone, and I would just run out, and I would level up by going and fighting drudges over here, and running out Lifestone as I got stronger and stronger, and leveling up. The further I got out, it seemed like the more difficult the monsters became. But there was always other players running around all out here as well, doing the same kind of thing, just kind of leveling up and fighting monsters and that kind of thing. And you never knew who you were going to run across. But the thing that was funny was I'd come up with this loot, and this loot back then wasn't like it is today. I mean, like I said, you just get a bunch of junk that was worth like 5 pyrals, and you'd get a head of lettuce and a board with a nail maybe, and just every once in a while you'd get something worth maybe a couple of hundred, and you'd be like, yeah, especially like at the lower levels from the lower level mobs, as you got higher and higher level mobs, the loot would start to be worth a little bit more. But nothing like what they got today, where you're just getting loot worth 10, 15,000 pyrals, off a level 4, level 8 mob or something. It wasn't like that then. So you would get tons of loot, and it would still add up. I mean, you would come here, and I still remember this character hidden here, this NPC. I would come in here, and I would buy my first needed supplies from her. I mean, this is kind of this real basic armor, with an armor level of 90. That was good back then. And anything that I didn't want, I'd pretty much sell to her, and she would give me so many her trade notes. Yeah, same thing here. A 100 Linden trade note was all she had to offer. So unless I just wanted a million of these notes, if I wanted something bigger, I would have to actually take the chance of running into the town of all our costs to go to the Archmage to buy a bigger trade note. So the really cool thing about the way they set this up back then was there was no central town networks like they have now. Basically, around every town, it seemed like there was a couple of different, 2 or 3 different portals in random locations. And like one portal would go to, I know one portal around all across went to Iraq at one point. You could go there, and if I wanted to go to Holdburg, you'd have to go to Iraq, and you'd have to go to some other place, and then you could get to Holdburg. And same thing there. I mean, any town you wanted to get to, you'd usually have to go through all these different random portals to get where you were going. Sometimes even a town close by, like the closest town to all our costs here, you might have to go through 3 or 4 different portals all over the map to just go a small distance away. And it was actually pretty cool. But one thing, if I try to zoom out here, this is the North Lifestone for all our costs. And it would have this canyon which you could run down to go to the town being up here. And there's 2 other trenches that ran back to the east and to the west here. And you'd have, some players tuned to each Lifestone over there, and sometimes they'd come over and fight the players that were attuned to this Lifestone, or there'd be fights over around the town. So it was always exciting and a danger to run down the trench and be looking and scared of other high-level players, especially starting out, to try to go buy any magic components, maybe look for better armor or something that maybe somebody had sold in the main town, or mainly just to get trade notes or whatever. It was always an adventure going into town because you never knew who you were going to run into. It always made it really exciting. And so most of my time that I spent playing the game was I was just running around here just, fighting monsters, leveling up. And I think it took me like a week to get to like level 10.